Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you're watching this from, whatever time it is where you're at, a huge welcome from me here in Malaysia. My name is Johan, and I'm really glad to be here at the Block Hack Global 2020. A big shout out to Bitcoin Bay for inviting me to share about a lean canvas of unlimited possibilities. Before we go further into my session, just a bit of an introduction about myself. My name is Johan Abilin. I am a business performance coach. I help entrepreneurs develop their mindset as well as their businesses to level up. And I've been, besides coaching and training business owners on how to develop their business further, I've also been invited to various business pitching contests as a judge. Over the years, I've heard over 1,000 pitches from high-tech pitches to agricultural products, to food production, to manufacturing. And it's been really interesting to hear from a variety of entrepreneurs and business owners about how they want to develop their business and how they also deliver the message about what the business is about. And I'd like to share a bit of that experience with you so that you too can take some of these points and enhance your presentation or your delivery so that you too can get the resources or find the partners that you want to work with, or even the funding that you require to bring your business to the next level. So today's session, or this session's objective, is to help you effectively communicate your business or your idea to others. And when you've done that, you will probably find that you have unlimited possibilities, because maybe people will start to understand what your business is about, or what your idea is about, or how your business or your idea could help their businesses accelerate, or how they can get involved in your business, or even how they could participate in the growth of your business. Right? So we'll break this into two parts. First part would be how to create content or deliver the message. And also then we talk about the delivery, how you want to present this message to others. Okay, so first part will be the message, the content. Okay, so now for the content, you have a business, you have an idea. How do you bring this all together in a concise manner and be able to effectively communicate this to others? I'm sure for most of us entrepreneurs, it's clear in our mind what we want to do, how we want to achieve it, the challenges ahead, and how we want to overcome it. But verbalizing it to others, like our business partners, our team, or even investors or people that could help us, may be a bit of a different challenge. One of the best ways to do this would be by writing down a business plan and sharing the business plan with others so that they could read and get on the same page as you. However, what we find is that one of the challenges of writing business plans is that it takes longer than a night or two for you to write a great business plan. Business plans may take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months to complete. And the challenge is that in a lot of industries, especially the cryptocurrency or blockchain industry or the IT industry, things move so fast that you don't have a few weeks or a few months. Before you know it, while you're writing it down, things may have changed around you or even changed in your industry, right? So do you really have the time to write down a business plan to share with others and also wait for them to read it and then get back to you, whether they want to work with you, fund you, or share resources with you? So to overcome that, what has come to this is what we call the business model canvas. Business model canvas is a single page item. It's more of a diagram, a picture of the actionable diagram of your business. It's like a helicopter view of your business. And from this one page, you can see your problems statement, your solutions, your customers, where your revenue is going to come from, your costs. And this allows you to make quite a few action decisions for your business. And it's also easy to share with others because it doesn't take that much time for anybody to consume a page. Now, this is a sample of what the business model canvas looks like if you have not seen one before. You can also download it at this link at the bottom, strategizer.com. And strategizer.com also has tips on how you can fill this up so that you could create your own business model canvas. As you can see, it covers about 9 different items in a business. For example, here it has the key partners, key activities, key resources that you require on the left-hand side, and then it has the customer segments, customer relationships, where your money is coming from, and where your money is going to at the bottom. This is what we call a business model canvas, and it's much, much simpler for you to write and prepare and share with others versus a business plan. But before we did this session, I did ask the organizers, Bitcoin Bay, of the type of participants they will be having. Now, the business model canvas is more suited towards businesses that probably have been running for more than a year. So it's easier for you to see how things are running, who your key partners are, suppliers, channels, etc. And it's more of a strategic management and entrepreneurial tool for you to allow you to design or challenge your business, the existing business model. But the organizers, Bitcoin Bay, did tell me that most of the participants may not be in business, may not have been in business for more than a year, or are probably startups, or also coming up with new ideas. So because of that, I'd like to introduce to you another type of canvas called the lean canvas. It's really very similar to the business model canvas, except that there are about four items that the lean canvas focuses on that's slightly different from the business model canvas. The lean canvas is more actionable, it's more entrepreneur focused, and it focuses on the problem solutions and also competitive advantages that your business may have. So this is a comparison to the business model canvas. Only 4 sections are different in the lean canvas. Where you have key partnerships, you have a problem, key activities is a solution, key resources is key metrics, and also here you have customer relationships is unfair advantage in the lean canvas. Let me show you what the lean canvas looks like. Exactly like the business model canvas, 9 different segments to look at. It also covers problem, customers, solutions, key metrics, your revenue, your costs. Some parts are similar to the business model canvas, and just 4 parts are different because the nature of the business is it's in its infancy, or it might just be an idea that you haven't brought to fruition yet, and you may want to use this as a prototyping sheet, prototyping it on a paper, and then seeing whether there are areas that you may need to improve on. For example, is your revenue enough to cover your costs? Do you need to change your price? Some of our entrepreneurs that did the lean canvas, before they even spent a single dollar on investment in their business, we asked them to write down the lean canvas. And what they found was that their business was not viable after they finished the lean canvas. So all they did was crumple that piece of paper and throw it in the waste paper bin, rather than spending $1, $10, $100, $1,000 on a business idea, running it, and then discovering that they've wasted their time, wasted their resources, and wasted money on a business that they should not have done, or they did not really research about beforehand. So the lean canvas is a great business tool for us as business people or entrepreneurs to use to check the viability and also potential headwinds in our business. Now again, nothing wrong with the business model canvas. If you are already running your business, have been in business for more than a year, I do invite you to use the business model canvas. And using the business model canvas may also give you the same results or same outlook or overview of your business, and may also help you avoid certain pitfalls. If you're already running more than 1 or 2 years, do you still need to use the lean canvas? Yes. it might be a good idea to use Lean Canvas when you have new ideas, new product lines, new services that you want to introduce to the market. And this would be a great way for you to check the viability on paper first. Have your team discuss it, brainstorm it before you do prototyping and testing further. Okay, so it's good so far? I hope so. So let's go on and look at the Lean Canvas in more detail. Right. The Lean Canvas can be separated in the left and right hand side. On the left hand side, you have the product or services that you offer. So it looks at what does the product or service solve? What kind of problem is it addressing? What is the solution? What is your product or service? How do you know your product and services is well accepted? What are the key metrics that you're looking at? How much does it cost for you to bring it to market? Your cost structure. On the other hand, you also have the other part of the sheet is the market. Who are you selling to? Who's your customer segment? What is the unfair advantage compared to other people that may have something similar or may have a solution addressing the same problem that you have? How much can you make from this business? So this is what you can see with the Lean Canvas model here, right? Okay, so now here, the Lean Canvas also, if you look at the bottom left-hand side, has a suggested way for you to fill it up. You don't actually have to fill this up the way that they are recommending, but it helps if you follow the steps that they recommend, which I've highlighted in red, because then it gives you a much smoother flow of your thought process as you fill this up. Now, as you may have noticed, I've highlighted problems and customer segments, and there are two numbers there. There's 1 and 2 in red, and also 2 and 1 in blue. I'd like to just spend a few minutes explaining this. Now, although all 9 are the same, and the recommended structure is for you to fill up the problem first. What is the problem that you are addressing? Who are the customers that will pay you to solve this problem for your service that addresses this problem? Is the typical way that the Lean Canvas is recommended for you to fill it up. But there could be situations where you already have an existing clientele and they may be facing certain challenges and you may have an innovative solution. So you could also start from customer segment and then the problem that you need to address and then the solution. So for me, problem and customer is quite interchangeable, just depending on the situation you are in. Let me give you an example. Let's say, because this is a blockchain event, let's say that one of the problems could be people have difficulty in sending money across borders, across national borders, right? So this is physical currency, and this is where the problem here, problem statement here would be difficulty or challenges in sending money or transferring money across borders. So then the solution could be Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Customers are people that want to send the money across borders for whatever reason they may be. Now, another way could be, so that would be following the red color, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, the recommended steps. Now, let's say you already have a customer base of cryptocurrency users. They may have Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, etc. But they may have a certain need for certain currencies, or they may want to have certain usages for this currency. Then you could come out with, okay, number 1, blue, I have these customers. These customers are already adopting cryptocurrency in their transactions, in their lives. But there's a segment of my customer base that says that, can we enhance the use of cryptocurrency? Can we use it more than just transferring my money from country A to country B? Could you add, for example, contracts to it so that automatically when certain conditions are met, the amount of money or the cryptocurrency is released to another person, okay? Could you do that? So now you have a customer segment asking you to do this. What is the problem that this cryptocurrency needs to be smarter? So you have a solution, Ethereum contracts, for example, okay? So again, to reiterate, for the lean canvas, problem and customer segments are interchangeable depending on where you are. And I really invite you to not just use the lean canvas once, even business model canvas. It's made to be easy for us to keep on writing on it, crossing it out, erasing it, reprinting a blank sheet and redoing it again. Again, remember, this is unlimited possibilities. So don't limit yourself to saying, oh, I only have one sheet. I need to fill this out perfectly. This is a tool for you to keep on reiterating your idea. And it's such a simple tool that you could keep on doing this or erasing it, or crumpling it up, throwing it in your waste paper basket until you get something that's workable. Okay? Right, so we cleared that section why I wanted to highlight problem and customer segment. Let's go on a bit more. So let's go on one by one. Now the problem, so we're following the typical steps, okay? What is the problem statement that you have? What is the crucial problem faced by your users or consumers? Okay, so this is a situation where in business we say that the easiest way for you to sell a product is to identify a gap. Is there a problem that's not being serviced? If you have a solution to that problem that is giving companies or individuals such a headache that they're willing to pay money for you to solve it, that is a problem statement for you to go into, solve it, and you already have ready customers. Okay, so what is the problem that is faced by your users and consumers? How do you know this? You could use it you could find out through observation, interviews, surveys, questionnaires, just watching the market. Sometimes you may notice, hey, why isn't somebody doing this? Why isn't there a solution to this? Why can't we make this faster, more efficient? And that could be a problem that has a potential for you to create a solution for you to make money. Okay, so start from the problem statement first. What is the problem that you want to address? Okay. Now, existing alternatives is, let's be honest and transparent as well. Sometimes we may, as entrepreneurs, get very narrow vision and say that, oh, my product is the best, my solution is the best, I'm the only one seeing this problem. But it would also be good for us to sometimes lift up our heads and look around us and see whether there are any existing alternatives. Why do we do this? So that we don't commit our time, resources, money beforehand without looking at the potential competition out there or alternatives that people are already using. Okay, so it could be products that are similar, may not be as good as what you want to create or offer, but it may be something that customers may be locked into, that they can't get out of, and it may take you a bit longer for you to get into that customer base. So always look at your existing alternatives, competitors, other products that are also servicing that gap or that problem, and see what are the benefits or uniqueness about your product over theirs. Next, number 2 is, of course, customer segment. So you already have a problem. Who is facing this problem? Who are the people that would be willing to pay you money or pay for the service for you to overcome this problem? And that will be your business consumers, right? So how do you find this? Who your customers are, understanding who they are and what are the problems they are facing is a great way to start. You could do this by trying to picture who a typical customer would be or user would be that is facing that problem. There's also a canvas called the persona, your customer persona. It's more like a profiling of the demographic, the type of users they could be, where they could be at, and it sort of gives you a picture of a potential customer that you need to approach. So that would also help you plan out your marketing later on, or how you can position your product or your service so that they can see it, and then they know that there is a solution to their problem. Okay. Also, it would be good for you to identify early adopters. Is there a market segment that is ready to roll or invest in your business or purchase your product or service? And would they be a vocal group that could then give you word of mouth marketing? Are they potentially influencers that could say something for you on your behalf? Could you get testimonials from them? Even if you get testimonials from them, would they be people that could influence others? So identifying this is not crucial, but helpful if you could identify them early. So we have the problem, we have the customer. Again, as I said, you could find the customer first and then try to solve the problem that they are facing. Now we come to the unique value proposition. This is, as it says, what's so unique about your company or your business or your product? Why should I, as a consumer or user, use your product? What's in it for me? This is a question that they may be asking. Will it be cheaper? Will it be more efficient? Will it help me achieve what I need to do? What does it do for my business? What does it do for my life if I'm the user or consumer? How does it help me? These are questions that they will be asking so that will set your product aside, your product or your service aside, or differentiate it from other products out there in the market. If you can do this and people can identify or make a connection of how your product or service can help them have a better life, then you've practically got a very successful product or service in hand. Now, high-level concepts is, for example, again, like I said, narrow-mindedness, right? Not only talking about the problem, product or service that you offer, but is there a bigger picture that this solves? For example, they say, okay, cryptocurrency mining, some of that may take up a lot of energy. Do you have a way for mining to still progress, but it saves energy, conserves energy, or is zero carbon, it comes out with zero carbon, or is green, environmental friendly, etc.? Is there some other higher level concept that you could connect your problem or your product or your service to, that could entice people to say, hey, I know A is providing the same service, but B, not only are they providing that same service, but buying their product would also mean turning the planet green, or fighting against climate change, or helping others in another country. What is the high-level concept that you have there? Right, so now we come up to number 4. What is your solution? This is the product that you want to offer, or the service that you want to offer, that can solve the problem, that can entice the customer, that is unique for you to offer in the market. So this is really up to you. What is the solution to the problem, or what is the solution that you feel that customers need for them to have a better or more efficient life, or more productive life? Number 5. Okay, so now we come down to more of the marketing parts, right? How will you get this to market? How will you inform users, consumers, that your product exists? So this is now planning a bit more of the business part, okay? Will you be using social media? Will you be going to pitch it to VCs, angels, or etc.? Will you be doing advertising? Where will you be doing this? How will you be getting your customers? How will you deliver this? Is it online? Does it require you to use a different kind of logistics, physical logistics? What kind of channels will you be using to get your product out to market? Now we come down to the dollars and cents. Revenue streams. How are you in charge for this? Is it pay service? Is it software as a service? Is it a subscription model? Is it a one-off payment model? Where is your revenue going to come from? Is it collaboration? Is it revenue from advertising? So once you don't have to actually put down a dollar sum here. If you can, even better. But what you should be doing on the lean canvas or the business model canvas is identifying categories of channels, categories of revenue streams, and later on then you can do the dollars and cents. Does it make sense for you to charge this much? Does that cover the costs? Now cut down the cost for you to create this product or this service, to deliver this product or service through the channels that you mentioned, to get it in front of people, to make it unique, to make it what it's supposed to be like, whether it's packaging or by design or by interface. How much are you going to need to spend? Okay, so again here is like, what is your rental, utility, expenses, fixed expenses, variable expenses, what other things that you need to pay for. Key metrics are KPIs, good for you to keep track of what you need to look at to make sure that your company or your business or your idea is on track. Sometimes it can be number of users, number of sales, revenue dollars, revenue per square foot if it's a physical building, things like that. So what are the metrics that would help you identify whether you are on track to achieving your goals? Then you have the unfair advantage. Do you have an unfair advantage? Do you have a PhD in a certain thing? Do you have a patent? Do you have experts that nobody else has? Do you have certain source code that nobody else has? What is the unfair advantage that you have over other businesses? And this is important because investors will want to look at this as well. Patents, intellectual property, copyrights, trademarks, people that you have that others don't have. Now, this is a sample of a filled out lean canvas, just for your reference. You can find this at youtube.com, or later on I'll share this slide as well with you. So just something for you to look at and consider if you're going to fill out your lean canvas, so you know how one that has been filled up looks like and how you can fill it yours up. Just a point, even like I mentioned earlier, revenue streams and cost structures don't have to be in dollar terms or in numbers. Just put down the categories that you need to consider for your revenue, categories for your cost as well. Okay. So here we have the way to fill it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and also where you can download your PDF copy of the lean canvas for you to fill out yourself. So happy trails and enjoy filling this up. Now we come to the section 2, the delivery presentation section. So if you had taken the time to fill out your lean canvas, by now you should have about 9 speaking points that you can use in your message and content to share with others, share with potential investors, partners, or even customers about what your business or idea could be. So you already have these talking points that you could share. But how do you bring this all together and deliver in an engaging manner, in an interesting manner that your listeners or your audience would like to know more or would like to go to business with you? And here I'd like to share with you 3 quick tips on how you can make your delivery even more effective. There are many other ways or other skills that you could add on to make your presentation engaging, interesting, but these are what I find are very important for you to have, especially in business pitching contests or when you are talking to somebody that doesn't have much time to listen to what you have to offer. So you need to be very concise, direct, and also engaging, interesting, and capture their attention as soon as you can. So these 3 things are KISS, well, keeping it simple, stupid, or present confidently, and making it personal. So I'd like to go in a bit. So we do, during the pitching contest, sometimes I see some entrepreneurs that are trying to impress or trying to get across their idea, how novel it is, or how the problem it addresses is huge, or the impact is huge, to the extent that they use a lot of slides, or they use a lot of text or information in the time that were given. And what happens here is that they either rush through their presentation, or they try to hit too many points that judges or listeners don't even know which point is the important or crucial or critical factors that they want us to know. So when I say keeping it simple, it's not only in your presentation, bullet points or just point form, it's also the information that you want to deliver. In the lean canvas or business model canvas, you have 9 categories or 9 items that you could share. But depending on the time you have and what's important, you may need to combine all of these 9 things into maybe maximum 3 things for people to hear or focus their attention on so that they can recall and remember. So remember that less is more. If you can, even presentations, look at using pictures. Pitch decks are great. Very short text, short, concise text, talk more, but make sure that it is a focused conversation and you want them to identify certain key points about your business. Now, the second one is presenting with confidence. This is one of those that we see often in pitching contests. Sometimes the entrepreneur is pitching in front of the audience for the first time in their life. They may not have the experience or the practice of or delivering a presentation in front of a live audience. So they can get nervous. When you throw in the fact that there's also funding at the end of the presentation, this can create a lot of pressure and stress on the presenter. But what the judges are looking at here is that if you are bringing a business or an idea to present to us, and you could be the CEO or leader of that business or the person that is going to initiate that business, we want to see confidence. If you're nervous on stage, how would you react when you are faced with challenges in your business? So these are the thoughts that could go through the minds of some judges. So in presenting, when you're presenting the information that you have or the message, keep calm. Try to project confidence. Okay? Keep your voice steady. Okay? How do you do this? You ask. Well, one way is to practice your presentation. So you have it here. Practice, practice, practice. Know your presentation inside out. Know your pitch deck inside out. Know what you want to say, when you want to say it. When you have that all in your mind and it's already recorded in your subconscious, now it's just taking your time when you go on stage. Take deep breaths, calming yourself. Take your time to present. Okay? Nobody's going to rush you through it. All the judges are there because we want to hear a great business idea. We want to understand the potential of your business. We are not there to tear you down, bring you down. We want to find the diamonds in the rough. But if you don't present it well, you don't present it confidently, we won't be able to see that diamond in the rough. Okay? So present confidently. One way of doing this is practice, practice, practice. When you're on stage, deep breath, take your time, and just focus on the audience that you want to deliver to. The last one is making it personal. Now you're on stage, okay? You have the choice of looking in many, many places, down on the floor, your shoes, at the ceiling, the lights, the back row, anywhere in the room. But I would suggest to you that you keep your eyes on the judges or some people in the room that you feel that are friendly towards you. Could be your business partners, could be family members, could be friends of yours. Find out where they are sitting in the auditorium or in a hall. Look at them when you are delivering. Smile, engage in the audience, talk as if you are talking to friends. Okay? And when you do this, you will have a very engaging and very interesting and attractive presentation. Okay? So in the first part, we dealt with how you could find content. Lean Canvas gives you 9 speaking points. Also with the business model canvas, it gives you 9 speaking points that you could take. This gives you an overview of your business. It makes it easier for you to see which parts of your business that you want to bring up, you want to enhance, you want to talk about, you want to summarize. Now, once you have that message and content, now it's how to deliver that. You're on stage in front of people. Don't inundate them with information. Make it easy to understand. Make it simple. Dumb it down. Use pitch decks. Okay? Use the pitch deck concept. Pictures help as well. present with confidence. Okay, how do you get this? Practice breathing, okay, taking your time, and also make it personal. Smile. You know, this is an experience of yours. This could be the one of many pictures that you'll be doing. So enjoy the experience, feel the experience, enjoy the moment, be in it. Okay, enjoy, engage with the audience that you have. Look at them, okay, and connect with them. And together with these messages that you have and the way to deliver, you will have powerful and effective communication when you want to deliver on your business idea or business plan, right? So with that, I end my presentation, my recording for you today. I hope it has been helpful for you. You can find me on Facebook or LinkedIn. I really like to connect with you guys. I know I have another session with you that will be a live session rather than a recorded session. And I look forward to any questions that you may have. Otherwise, enjoy the whole Block Hack Global 2020. Thank you once again to Bitcoin Bay for inviting me to present or share a bit with my experience and about the tool called Lean Canvas so that you could have a nice presentation and also find ways to make your messages more concise. And I look forward to seeing you in the next few days. All right? See you soon.